You should have run like your team did. They only ran because I ordered them to. Luckily, they don't listen to me. Quote Cobra Commander and Duke. Duke versus Cobra Commander. It's all been leading to this. And the ending no one will see coming. Presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, G.I. Joe issue 6 in the Energon Universe. With Duke holding him at gunpoint, Cobra Commander decides to introduce himself. My name is Cobra Commander, he says. Duke replies, with a title like that, I take it you're the man in charge. What did you do to Dr. Monive? Cobra Commander smirks. Don't worry about him. You should worry about me. Duke shouts even louder. Don't move another muscle. I'm glad we finally met face to face. Then Duke asks, how do you know my name? Cobra Commander answers, Destro told me about you. I must say, you and I are very alike. Cobra Commander continues, we were both loyal to something greater than ourselves, willing to give everything for its cause, only to be betrayed, cast aside. And yet, while you went crawling back to your masses, I created something new. I was forced to find answers and a new role in the universe, one more important than the one I had before. Even now, it appears you're surrounding yourself with people to help further your personal quests. Lambs to the slaughter. Cobra Commander first learned about Duke from Destro in the first issue of this series. However, he seemed to know far more about Duke's recent history, including his encounter with the Transformers, than could have been gleaned from the brief interaction. While it's possible that Destro, who accessed General Flag's files and learned the full story of Duke's run-in with Starscream in Destro 4, told him off panel, that seems unlikely given Destro's clear distrust of the commander. During Cobra Commander's We're Not So Different speech, we see flashbacks that parallel the journeys of both Duke and Cobra Commander. Duke rejects the notion, saying, we're nothing alike. Cobra Commander responds, perhaps you're right, and that's why you will lose. At that moment, the commander fully activates the Brainwave bomb. Two questions remain. What is he doing, and what comes next? Cobra Commander says the brain bomb will go off in 5 minutes. When it does, it will kill everyone in the immediate area, and then everyone within 5 miles will have their minds turned into loyal followers of Cobra. Duke demands, deactivate it now. But Cobra Commander continues, Duke, you're welcome to try, but the only way to shut it down now is to kill the good Dr. Monive. I saw a glimmer of hope. I thought I found an enemy worthy of a challenge, but this is the end. Goodbye. As Cobra Commander turns his back, Duke raises his weapon and says, sorry to disappoint you, but you're not going anywhere. He opens fire, but Cobra Commander blocks the bullets with his metal gauntlet and fires back with Energon Blast. Cobra Commander was seen upgrading his Energon Blasting Gauntlet, first introduced in Cobra Commander 4, back in issue number 1 of G.I. Joe. Meanwhile, Destro pursues the escaping Joes in a feint. Destro says G.I. Joe must not escape as Baroness tries to evade his fire. Clutch insists they go back to rescue Duke. Despite her objections, Clutch goads her into turning around, much to Destro's shock. Chameleon reports to him that Cobra Command has activated the brain bomb, with the likelihood of the Joes being caught in its blast. Destro orders the rest of Cobra to return to Springfield. As Duke and Cobra Commander continue their fight on the roof, Duke charges forward while Cobra Commander keeps firing. Duke manages to get close enough to knock him to the floor. He then plants his foot on Cobra Commander's metal gauntlet and points a gun directly at his head. Duke fires a round into Cobra Commander's visor, but it ricochets and hits Duke in the shoulder. Cobra Commander then kicks him off, screaming, you're out of time. Cobra Commander puts the gauntlet to the back of Duke's head, but Duke whips around and grabs it. Cobra Commander says, you must see that you've lost, Duke, that you should run away in hopes of living to fight another day. But Duke counters, I don't need to win. I just need to keep you within the Brainwave bomb blast radius so you die too. The commander responds that he's not afraid to die, but Duke retorts, maybe not, but when the bomb goes off, your Cobra empire grows. Cobra becomes the world's leader. Can you die knowing you won't get to see it? In response, Cobra Commander turns and fires an Energon blast through Dr. Monive's head, shutting down the brainwave bomb. Duke says, what did you do? Cobra Commander replies, I warned you. Turning off the bomb meant sacrifice. Duke is furious. Duke throws a haymaker but misses. Cobra Commander takes out his sword and cuts Duke. Duke is battered, bloody, and drops to the floor. Cobra Commander says, you forced my hand. You should have run like your team did. Duke replies, they only ran because I ordered them to. Cobra Commander then retrieves a small orb orb from the Brainwave scanner. Duke continues, luckily my team didn't listen to me. As the other Joes arrive, Cobra Commander takes his leave, telling Duke that he looks forward to their further battles. In Springfield, Cobra regroups. Destro is outraged that Cobra Commander's actions have compromised Mars so completely, but the commander remains unbothered. He revels that while the Brainwave bomb was merely one means to an end, his true goal in merging the Brainwave scanner with the Cybertron shard was to unlock a hidden piece of technology. He then declares that it's time for Destro to learn the truth about the robots in disguise on Earth. The pit, the Joes recover. Duke reports to Colonel Hawk that they've lost, but Hawk simply commends him for surviving the incident. Duke reaffirms that while the Joes need more training and time in the field together, their unique abilities were what ensured their survival. However, he emphasizes that they can't lose focus on why the Joes were formed in the first place, to find the robot that killed Frosting. Duke is still furious about Frosting's death back in Transformers issue 2. Meanwhile, Clutch decides to go for a drive to clear his head. He hops into an old army jeep parked outside the pit and places his bag in the passenger's seat. In Clutch's bag is a black ball with a Cobra logo. It's unclear whether Clutch knows it's there or not. He's enjoying the open air as he drives, but suddenly he's thrown from the Jeep. The Jeep transforms into a giant robot. It's Hound, the Autobot tracker. Hound wishes he were human. The dark barren metal capes of Cybertron no longer interest to him. Now that he's been shipwrecked on Earth, he considers this planet his home. He sees humankind as a beautiful and longs to interact with their ecosphere the way they do, to feel what they feel, to see what they see. Hound makes his Energon Universe debut in this issue, also making the first proper appearance of a Transformers in the main G.I. Joe title. We previously saw an arm that appeared to belong to Hound among the Autobot remains aboard the Ark in Transformers issue 1. What is he doing here? We'll find out in the Energon Universe 2025 special. But next, presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, G.I. Joe issue 7 in the Energon Universe.